The countdown to extinction is officially on for the fan-favorite ride Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom. A beloved character is popping up somewhere new for the first time soon. The next viral souvenir has made it to Disney World, and if you're staying at Pop Century soon, I've got some news for you. All the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up right now here on DFV Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and for all my dinosaur fans, you might want to start planning a trip now to say goodbye. We've got a closing date. Dinosaur has been a staple at Animal Kingdom since the attraction debuted as Countdown to Extinction. Remember that? When the park opened in 1998. Now Disney's announced its official closing date to make way for a new version of a classic Disneyland experience. Disney has officially confirmed that Dinosaur will be closing on February 2nd, 2026. This means the last day to experience this ride, the Dino Institute shop, Restaurantosaurus, and Restaurantosaurus Lounge is February 1st. Dinosaur is going to be turning into an Indiana Jones attraction as part of the area's transformation to Tropical America's themed Pueblo Esperanza. Disney aficionados know how full circle appropriate this is, as Dinosaur's ride system, track layout, and physical experience were clones of the original Indiana Jones adventure, which opened at Disneyland in 1995. In addition to the Indiana Jones attraction, Tropical America's Pueblo Esperanza will also feature an area dedicated to Encanto. The expansion's construction has already begun and will be opening in 2027. And on that note, another Disney World attraction is now officially closed forever. As of this past week, the Boneyard Playground is now officially closed indefinitely in DinoLand, USA. We knew this was coming, however, it doesn't mean that seeing it completely closed doesn't tug at our heartstrings. We were given years of laughter and play around its rope course and slides, and we're also huge fans of its soft, cushiony ground that helped the little ones out if they were to fall while running around in the play area. My kiddo played there regularly, but when we went to investigate how Disney would seal off this area for closure, we were met with full-on stop to the land's former main entrance. We love the memories we made here, but we'd be remiss if we didn't admit that we're eager to see what will await us with the new playground that will be found within the land once it's completely reopened. Some amazing news next. Cinderella's fairy godmother is coming soon to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique at Disney World and Disneyland. We don't have an official date for when she'll be here just yet, but we'll report back as soon as we find out. Change is the name of the game in Disney World right now because everything seems to be changing all at once. We got a first-hand look at more changes at Pop Century Resort and, well, you'll see. We recently got word that Pop Century's lobby would be getting a huge renovation, and that renovation is now underway. Now, we noticed that pretty much everything in the lobby is under construction, with a completion date set for about a month from now. So if you're visiting the hotel soon, expect to see more construction walls. These are in front of the vacation planning and concierge desk. The kids area in the lobby is now behind black curtains. This area is going to look more like the new wall mural you can already see as part of the retro-inspired refresh Disney's giving the new hotel lobby. This part is looking pretty nice, and the front desk area will also be getting some new murals, but we've got some bad news. The shadow boxes with all the vintage items that we loved to look through are now gone. We confirmed with a cast member that these have been removed indefinitely. They were on loan from another location and they're gone. This refresh comes after Pop Century updated its Everything Pop shopping and dining area, which contains the hotel's food court. The hotel's guest rooms are also being refurbished, with work expected to end in mid-February 2026. But after that, here's a little good news. I'm doing a couple of book signings for Disney adults this weekend and next weekend, and I would love to meet you. Today, September 6th, come on down to Interrobang Books in Dallas, Texas at 4 p.m. for a Q&A and a book signing session. And next week, September 13th, head to the Barnes & Noble in Jonesboro, Arkansas at 1 p.m. to hang out with me as well. I hope to see you there. All right, so Disney's Lakeshore Lodge is set to open sometime in 2027, right? This is going to be the newest Magic Kingdom Resort area hotel, and we've been tracking its progress since it was originally announced in 2018 under a different name, Reflections. Remember that? Yeah, this is the hotel that they're building basically on top of like river country. Recently, we hopped on a boat to check out the resort's latest updates. So this is located over there past Fort Wilderness, right? It's inspired by the majesty of nature and and its enduring influence on Disney artists, but it is really starting to take shape. We're seeing two distinct structures along the shoreline that make up the hotel, along with some new red scaffolding. Disney's confirmed this will be a Disney Vacation Club resort, joining the likes of Riviera, Bay Lake Tower, etc., and the hotel is expected to be labeled as a deluxe resort, but that hasn't been confirmed quite yet. We're excited to see construction on Lakeshore Lodge through 2027, and we're going to keep you updated on everything we see along the way. Epcot's Food and Wine Festival serving up something new. Yesterday kicked off Chefs de France Parisian breakfast for $64.95. So this breakfast buffet is a Food and Wine Festival exclusive. A lot of you might remember pre-COVID when they had, events at the Food and Wine Festival, and this was always one of our favorites, so I'm very excited to see it come back to the France Pavilion. It's only offered on Fridays and Saturdays during the fest from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. This buffet has a more upscale, sophisticated vibe compared to Disney World's other breakfast buffets, featuring all you care to enjoy pastries and croissants and baguettes, all the bread, cheeses, meats, and more. Now here's what we tried. The cheese and charcuterie, this was the star of the show. The creamy goat cheese, which looks like little butter balls, spreads perfectly over the baguettes. Now the baguettes are fabulous. Of course, these are freshly made, crispy outside, soft, pillowy inside, just unbelievable fresh French bread. Pastries, we had the classic butter croissants and chocolate croissants, but the standout was the egg croissant. Looks like a cheese Danish, but it's buttery, crisp, and has just the right amount of egg inside. The quiche, light on flavor, more egg than veggie, but the tomato and cream cheese topping really helped carry it. For fresh fruit, you got tons of melon, pineapple, blueberries, and strawberries. But if you want to know the best part, it's those bottomless mimosas, plus endless coffee and tea. Now heads up, there's a chance you'll be seated with other parties during this breakfast, so be ready to make new friends while you're there. The best part of the Halloween season in Disney World are the snacks, and Disney goes above and beyond every year with its fun, spooky treats. So we just headed to Disney Springs recently to visit Swirls on the Water to try their new Halloween Dole Whip sampler. The Dole Whip sampler at Swirls on the Water is one of the best ways to get a taste of several of the snacks available there. We grabbed a sampler for $7.99 and it had 3 Halloween-inspired options. First, we have to start with a little complaint though. The sampler now comes in a new container and you can't take each individual cup out of it. Disney took something that wasn't broken and changed it. Granted, it does look cool in photos. The first is a classic Dole Whip pineapple swirled with vanilla soft serve and fresh pineapple wedge. You know it, you love it, it's literally in every single sampler. You got that lovely tangy pineapple with a creamy vanilla soft serve, and it's also something you can get pretty much all over Disney World, so moving on. The next Dole Whip is a lot more interesting. It's green apple soft serve swirled with salted caramel soft serve. Apple pie filling and Halloween sprinkles are on top. We thought it was fine, mostly because the flavor reminded us of the Sanderson Sisters Caramel Apple Pie Sundae, which is also there at Swirls on the Water. The green apple is distinctly green, but it's sweeter than sour. The salted caramel helps by adding some nice sweetness with that salt. It is a strong salted caramel flavor though, so if that's not a flavor you like, then skip it. The third treat is the marshmallow soft serve swirled with chocolate soft serve, chocolate sauce, and graham cracker topping. Yep, it's giving s'mores, but mostly it tastes like a candy bar but is ice cream. It's nice and creamy, and the marshmallow against the chocolate flavor is super sweet, but if that's your jam, it's perfect. The chocolate sauce on top does make it a little runny though, so beware of melting. So now that we know when the rest of DinoLand is going to close for construction in early 2026, unfortunately one snack spot is now missing one of its most fun menu items. We hate to share bad news, but the Dino excavation snack at Dino Bite Snacks is no longer available. This treat included a chocolate chunk cookie, cookie crumb milk mousse, edible sugar bones, and a white chocolate dinosaur egg with a surprise inside. Not only that, but everything about this snack was delicious, but we confirmed to the cast member that it is no longer available. We also asked about 2 other snacks. Note that these 2 snacks are not on the online menus on the Disney World website anymore, but at the moment they are still available at the location. You can still get the Totally Sweet Sundae, which is a pass holder exclusive, and the Strawberry Shortcake Ice Cream Sandwich, but the fact that they're gone from the online menus makes us think that they're probably on their last legs. We also got word that a new snack is coming to this spot in October, but we couldn't get any indication of what it is yet, just a hint. You know we're going to be checking every day in October till it's revealed, so although one snack is going away, we'll be getting a new one, so we'll take that as a win. Now, you know what we love to do? We love to eat around here, and it makes sense being that food is our middle name. We also love checking out new Disney World dining spots and revisiting old favorites. And y'all, the list of our favorites is long. Speaking of revisiting old favorites, the Grand Floridian Cafe at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is often underrated, but we just popped in to have some brunch there because it's been a hot minute since we had our beloved buttermilk fried chicken and Mickey waffle. So we ordered the Floridian style Eggs Benedict for $19. You get 2 poached eggs, corn cakes, pulled pork, and poblano hollandaise served with marinated tomato salad. Now seriously, the eggs were cooked perfectly with the yolk just oozing out once you cut through it. The corn cake had so much great corn flavor with a hint of sweetness and held up pretty well with all those toppings. Speaking of toppings, there was a good ratio here. The pork was tender with a hint of sweetness, the red onions were pickled so you got a nice acidity that balanced out the other flavors. The sauce reminded us of that hollandaise, but it was more herby. Again, light and creamy, and really brought all the other flavors together. 10 out of 10 on this one. And of course, we had to get that buttermilk fried chicken and waffle. We've loved it for a long time. Back in the day, you used to not get it with a Mickey waffle automatically. So now I think it comes with a Mickey waffle automatically, but you can always triple check with your server just in case. Now, this is a hand-breaded chicken breast and malted waffle with sriracha honey drizzle for $27. It's hard to make a Mickey waffle even better, but once you add a juicy and tender piece of breaded crispy chicken, it is just heaven. And that chicken is really done just perfectly. It's so crispy on the outside, but very juicy on the inside. And it's sort of a cornflake coated chicken. So it's not going to be like a really thick breading. It's more of a cornflakey thing, which honestly, I kind of love having that as just a little bit of different. And that sriracha honey drizzle, so good and brings that little tiny bit of spiciness to everything, making it a little bit different. Again, with the different. Now, Grand Flo Cafe, it really is one of the most underrated restaurants in Disney World. The atmosphere is pretty. I mean, it's charming. It's very Grand Floridian, which is not really my vibe, but I do understand what they're trying to go for here. I do kind of hope that they would revamp this restaurant and make it a little bit different, but I get what they're doing. That said, the food is consistently great and the service is outstanding. It's also conveniently close to Magic Kingdom and a must if you're staying at a monorail resort. Super easy to get a reservation here, even last minute. So hopefully that won't always be the case because people will realize what an underrated gem this is. Starbucks fans, rejoice! A long-closed Disney World location has reopened. If you're anything like me and opt to grab a quick beverage at Starbucks as you're strolling Disney Springs shopping and taking in the atmosphere, you've once again got options. Several weeks ago, the West Side Starbucks location had closed temporarily for refurbishment, and we weren't quite sure when it would come back. We are now happy to report that this spot has in fact reopened and just in time for the fall menu's debut. As you make your way through the entrance, you're greeted by a similar setup as before, only this time you might notice it looks a little bit different. The mural that decorates just above the ordering counter stretches throughout the room and now depicts a tropical scene with colorful animals and birds and fanning leaves. Aside from a few more lighter touches, this appears to be the biggest difference we were able to note about the reopened location. If you're a Starbucks fan of their coffees, teas, drinks, light bites, or even merch, you finally have a second location open around Disney Springs that'll help you get what you need faster than before. All right, if you're headed to Disney World this week, you are in for a sweet spot of low crowds and high seasonal magic. Post-Labor Day means shorter wait times and easier last-minute dining reservations, while Magic Kingdom transforms on select nights to Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party, complete with rare characters and spooky shows and trick-or-treating. Over at Epcot, the International Food and Wine Festival is in full swing, offering global bites and live music, best enjoyed on quieter weekdays. The locals love to hit up the festival on the weekends, so plan ahead for that. You still do want to expect hot, humid weather with daily showers, so pack ponchos and cooling gear. And with lower resort rates and lighter lightning lane demand, this week is ideal for strategic park hopping and indulging in all the fall festivities without the summer chaos. And if you're heading to the park soon and are shopping for some park outfits, did you know that we have tons of Halloween merch designs that are perfect for fall? Our new design features a dying bouquet with the phrase, "Make final arrangements now. We've been dying to have you." You of course know where that's from. It's a playful nod to the Haunted Mansion's charm and its ghostly residents. Perfect for any fan who can't resist the allure of a doom buggy ride through the mansion's hollowed walls. You can find this design and so many more over at dfbstore.com. Alrighty, this year we've seen some pretty amazing Halloween merchandise, but there's one sipper we've been waiting for what feels like forever to find in Disney World, and it's finally come in. But you'll want to grab it ASAP since we have a feeling it's going to sell out fast. That Pluto skeleton sipper has arrived. There is a limit of 2 per person per transaction in an attempt to avoid people reselling them online for a higher price. We'd previously seen it land in Disneyland, and now we're stoked it's finally on the East Coast. We grabbed ours at Connections Eatery for $18.78, and we were able to mobile order ours, which saved a ton of time since we didn't have to wait in line. To refill Pluto, you need to pop out the back of the top of his head, right where the straw is. And we love that the straw also flips down, so that way it's less likely to get all germ-infested and, leaky from being around the parks. So that's what we've got for this week's Disney News. If you want the inside scoop on all things snacks, news, and surprise menu drops, do not forget to subscribe to the DFB newsletter. That's where we are going to release everything first, and it's going to come to you regularly throughout the week. If you want to sign up, the link to do so is right in our description of this video, and again, it's totally free. We got the latest updates, expert tips, and dining hacks to help you plan your best Disney trip ever. So hit that link below and let the magic begin. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.